Hi, my name is Mick. Welcome back to my channel. I don't understand the concept of time, but somehow here we are and I'm holding a Christmas tree cup in my hand full of prompts to pick my last TBR of the year. Okay. Anyways, I think this is just gonna be short, sweet, simple TBR. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm back in the swing of reading a little bit. I don't know, I'm just feeling a renewed sense of excitement and energy around reading. So we're gonna keep up the momentum. We're gonna pick a good TBR, okay? I'm manifesting a good TBR. I threw 2 extra little slips in here that say holiday/winter theme, and I'm really hoping I get one of them because I know for sure that I will be going holiday book shopping in December. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Prompt number 1. Great! A book with more than 500 pages. So, I'm sure the Nightingale is chunky. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's got 538, so the Nightingale is an option. A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I did put on my October TBR and then never touched. But maybe I should, honestly. She is over 600 pages. So 2 tomes right here. I actually think those might be my 2 main options. I have Firefly Lane too, but I don't know why that kind of feels more like a summery read to me, so I'm gonna hold off on that. And then I think that's it. So as far as these 2 go, I don't really have a choice, unfortunately. I have said I was gonna read this so many times, and if I don't at the very least start it this month, I read A Court of Mist and Fury in February. Okay, it's December. Well, it's technically November, but you get it. I swear I will read at least 50 pages of this month, if not finish it, which I really should. I'm doing a lot of flying, so oh my gosh, it's actually like, for some reason, I don't know why I'm so intimidated by this. If I'm ever gonna read Throne of Glass and do the tandem read, I have got to get over my fear of this book. So I think we're gonna save her. I honestly would really like to get to this in 2025. I think I'm gonna put her on my 25 and 2025 list. So we're saving her. We're gonna circle back. She hasn't been tabled forever, just for right now. And I think we're actually going to go Court of Wings and Ruin for like the 4th time this year, I think. So if you're unfamiliar, A Court of Wings and Ruin is the 3rd book in the ACOTAR series. Obviously, since it's the 3rd book, can't give you very many specifics, but like overarching story, we are following our main character, Feyre, who gets sucked into the world of Fae, High Fae, and kingdoms, brewing war, impending doom, romance. Yeah. Okay. Prompt number 2. Oh shoot. I got holiday/winter theme, and one of the things in my mind when I picked that was I will either do like a cutie little holiday romance book, which I do have some in mind, or The Winners by Frederik, which is the 3rd book in the Beartown series. But that is also a tome of a book, I fear. So then I will have 2 huge books. But okay, to be fair though, I'm gonna be home in Texas for like 2 weeks, and I feel like I'll have a lot of downtime to do some reading. So maybe that's okay. I think I want to do The Winners because I think I'd really like to finish the Beartown trilogy this year. Also, I love the audiobook narrator for that series, and so I could even get The Winners as an audiobook and just be listening to it throughout the month when I'm driving until I get to the point where I'm sobbing and can't breathe and obviously need to be reading that physically in the privacy of my own home because I've heard that it's very sad. I feel emotionally prepared for that at this point. I just have been kind of putting it off because I read the first Beartown book last December. I actually think it was the last book of 2023 that I read, and it feels kind of fitting to finish out the series before the end of 2024. So I think that's what we're gonna do. It does mean, however, I have to get a copy of the physical book because I don't have it. I do own the audiobook on Audible, but I don't have a physical copy, so I'll be getting that from Half Price Books while I'm home. If you've never heard of the Beartown trilogy before, basically it's by Frederik, who is one of my all-time favorite authors. Love him so much. I've read 2 of the Beartown books and Anxious People at this point, and I really want to get to his entire backlist because it's just so good at capturing the nuances of the human experience. And I don't know how else to put it other than that. I know I say that basically every time I talk about him, but it's true. So, Beartown specifically is about a small town in Sweden that basically lives and breathes hockey. We follow so many characters in the town. It's such a layered and intricate story. Essentially, in the first book, something happens that really rocks the town to its core that kind of makes people evaluate their morals and their beliefs and how they react to certain situations, especially when it comes to their way of life and the things they love most. So, very interesting, very sad. It's a very sad series. The overall vibes of it are very heavy, but it's also really beautiful. And there's also like moments of cute little quirky humor, as Backman is very good at that and known to do it, and he does it very well and balances it very nicely with the sadness. So Beartown and Us Against You have rocked me to my core. Okay, I've been really sad after I read them. Hopeful and uplifted in some ways as well, but I've cried I cried at both books. So like one more than the first. I think it's overall gonna be a 5-star series, but the first book, I think on my first read I gave 4.5 stars, but Us Against You, 5 stars. And I'm scared to see where the winners lands in the grand scheme of it, but I'm also excited. I think it's time. So pretend I've put the winners here as well. Okay. Prompt number 3, a book with a prologue or epilogue. Okay. I feel like the Night Circus might. This is also really long. I don't know if I can do that. It does. It has a little prologue that's titled Anticipation. Yeah, I like that the pages are like that. That's actually really cool. Okay, it's long, but it's also, the margins are very narrow and the font is big. So that's an option. Belladonna, maybe? Yeah. Okay, Belladonna has a prologue. We've got 2. Is there anything that I like want to read? That's the question. I'm feeling like it won't, but I'm kind of really hoping. Let's see. It doesn't. Dang it. When True Loves does not. Okay. I think this one technically does also. It has something titled Beginning, so that could count as well, but I don't know. Okay, I think out of these 3, which are all very like dark, we have dark academia, gothic, and whimsical maybe would be the word I would use. I don't know exactly. But of these 3, I'm actually kind of feeling Night Circus, which I feel like in the past when I put this on TBRs, I haven't been super excited about it, but I'm very I think I'm getting to the point where I'm just really, really curious to know how I'm gonna feel about it. Like actually actively curious. And I would like to know. I feel like it's either people's favorite book of all time or they actually can't stand it at all. And I'm really curious to know where I land. So I think I'm gonna go Night Circus, which feels so crazy. Essentially, all I know about this is it's basically no plot, just vibes, and about a circus that arrives without warning and 2 dueling magicians, I think. 2 dueling magicians, circus that arrives in the night without warning, and a lot of magic. The little pull quote on the back says, Erin Morgenstern has created the circus I have always longed for, and she has populated it with dueling love-struck magicians, precocious kittens, hyper-elegant displays of beauty, and complicated clocks. This is a marvelous book. This is another chunker. I'm really starting to intimidate myself right now, but book number 3. Prompt number 4. A romance, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do. We're going Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. This is a recent addition to the cart and to the TBR, but I'm so curious about it. It sounds really, really good to me. I've been very much in the mood for contemporary romance lately, so this sounds literally perfect. I'm very excited. This has been marketed to me as an orchestra romance. It's between a violin player and a cellist who play together in the Manhattan Pops, which is like a big orchestra in New York, and they are forced to work closely together, okay? They don't really get along. They're forced to work together. This is gonna be the romance choice. That was really easy. Prompt number 5. Oh, 2024 release. I don't know that I have any. I think How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong came out this year. Yeah. We have this. Oh, I think Ministry of Time did too. This was sitting on the ground behind me. This is a very recent addition to the cart. I am becoming obsessed with Leigh Bardugo, and I'm pretty sure, yep, The Familiar came out this year as well. There's another book that might take me a minute. It's 370 pages, but I read Ninth House, and it took me a bit to get through. I had to use my brain, but I'm really curious about this. I'm really, really curious. Also, the end pages, beautiful. It says, from #1 New York Times bestselling author Leigh Bardugo comes a spellbinding novel set in the Spanish Golden Age. Fate can be changed, curses can be broken. It's set in Spain. I love Spain. Seems, I think I'm gonna have to be using my brain, but I might do it. She's coming soon. She'll have her time. Okay, and then prompt number 6 is gonna have to be the last one because I already have a lot of long books on here. So prompt number 6, start a new series, it says. Well, okay, actually I have 2 books that are technically the first book in interconnected standalones. I have the Romance Book Club, which I found in a little free library recently, which the premise of this sounds super interesting and I've never read anything like it, so I'm very intrigued. It's about a group of men that meet to read romance novels and like fix the problems they're having in their real life relationships. So like the couple in this book will already be together at the start of it, which is very, very interesting. And I don't know how I feel about it, but I've heard that it's very cute, very sweet. I'm just not 100% sure. And then obviously Icebreaker. And you know what? I think this is on Kindle Unlimited. So I might do this because my roommate just read this and she really liked it. She said it was really fun. The banter was really cute. She only gave it like 3.5, but I feel like that is kind of standard for this series. I'm not sure it's gonna be a new like favorite, but maybe it will. Maybe it will. Who knows? Reading is subjective. Who knows? So I think we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get to her at some point. I just feel like this is gonna be one of those where I have to like read the first 15 pages to see how I'm feeling about the style of it and if I want to continue, but I don't know. The cover is so cute though. I really, really like the cover. Oh, see, now I'm conflicted. Okay, the thing is, if the prompt is start a new series, I've heard more about the subsequent books in this series than I have in this one. Also, I don't love that there's a sentence on the back of this that says, he finds help from an unlikely source, a secret romance book club made up of Nashville's top alpha men. Alpha men? I don't know why we gotta be doing all that. So we're gonna go icebreaker. This is, from what I know, a very steamy college hockey romance between a hockey player and an ice skater. I'm pretty sure the hockey team destroys the rink that they usually practice on, and so they are forced to share with the ice skating team. And there's also a big friend group, so the friends from the friend group each have their own books in the interconnected standalone situation, which does sound really fun. I also never read a sports or college romance before, I don't think. So this will be a lot of firsts and it'll be very interesting. Book number 6. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Let's run back through them super quickly. In the month of December, I'm going to be attempting to read Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto, The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and The Winners by Frederik Backman. This is a very intimidating TBR, if I'm being honest, but that's okay. I'm also very excited about so many of these, and I feel good that we're getting stuff off the cart, you know, even though one I don't own, that's okay. We're finishing out a series. That's also good. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.